We live in a unique natural environment, Mallorca. We enjoy kilometres of fine sandy beaches and hidden coves with crystal clear waters. The Sierra de Tramontana was named a World Heritage Site thanks to its biodiversity and highly valuable landscape. Mallorca is a paradise at the heart of the Mediterranean, but its resources are limited. Therefore, we need a sustainable model for development based around reusing waste and recycling in order to protect our environment and preserves it. With this aim in mind, in 2002, the Council of Mallorca approved the Director's Sectorial Plan for the management of waste from construction, demolition, bulky waste and scrap tyres. This plan has been reviewed in the year 2019. Since 2006, MAC Insular has been the concession holder for the public management service for this waste on the island of Mallorca. The main aim of MAC Insular is to turn waste into resources, maximising its reuse and minimising dumping. The public service has two treatment plants, the main one in Insular, which handles construction, demolition and bulky waste and scrap tyres, and another in Santa Margalida, which only handles construction and demolition waste. Likewise, there are 6 transfer and pre-processing services in operation that are strategically distributed throughout the island.
Estas plantas de transferencia acercan el servicio al ciudadano, ya que la máxima distancia a cubrir para llegar a alguna de ellas desde cualquier punto de la isla es como máximo de 25 kilómetros.
For construction and demolition waste, integral management is used from the reception of waste to its recovery in order to obtain maximum quality aggregates. When the waste arrives at the processing plant, firstly the waste containing foreign materials, that is to say, that which contains plastic, wood or metals, is separated from that which does not. The waste that arrives containing foreign materials will be stored on a waterproofed bay where the foreign materials measuring more than 40 centimetres will be separated from it. For that purpose, an industrial process has been designed which involves several stages of removing magnetic materials, such as iron and steel, the suction of light materials such as plastics and paper, the manual separation of metals, plastics, wood and finally, ballistic separation in order to finish cleaning the waste. There are 3 processing lines in Insular and 2 in Santa Margalida. Each of them process 100 tonnes per hour, which provides an effective processing capacity of 3,600 tonnes per day. This processing is carried out in a covered warehouse that is partially closed in order to minimise the emission of dust and noise, in facilities that are at the forefront of the sector in Europe. At the end of the processing, we obtain 3 types of recycled aggregate with different grain sizes, depending on the different required uses. Aggregate with a grain size of 0 to 8 mm is used for esplanades, filling in gutters or improving country roads. Gravel with a grain size of between 8 and 40 mm is used for improving ditches, drainage and gardening. And the sand with a grain size of 0 to 15 mm consists of an earthy sieved material that is suitable for filling in and restoring quarries, as well as revegetation material in the sealing of landfills. In order to verify the quality of these aggregates, characterization tests are carried out systematically in order to guarantee their suitability for the authorized uses. MAC Insular has the AENOR CE marking, which makes it possible to certify the plant production of recycled aggregates at its 2 processing plants.
El 99% de los residuos de construcción y demolición que llegan a nuestras plantas son valorizados. lo que supone un ahorro de recursos naturales y la disminución a prácticamente cero de los residuos destinados a vertido.
In order to correctly manage bulky waste, MAC Insular has an area for its reception and classification by type. White goods with CFC gases such as refrigerators, freezers and air conditioners. White goods without CFC gases such as washing machines, ovens or microwaves. Electronic and computing equipment such as televisions and computers, and other bulky waste such as furniture and appliances. Once classified, repairable items are separated from unrepairable ones. The former items are sent to workshops and the latter ones go to final management. The plant has a repair workshop for white goods, one for electronic and computer equipment, and a carpentry workshop for repairing furniture. The workshops are managed in collaboration with the Fondation d'Issayas, and once the products have been repaired, they are moved to the Foundation's sales points in order to be sold.
La reparación y reutilización de electrodomésticos en las instalaciones de MAC Insular contribuye de una manera positiva con el medio ambiente y además permite dar una oportunidad laboral a personas que se encuentran en riesgo de exclusión social.
When repair and reuse is not possible, the waste is then decontaminated. During the first stage, dangerous components are removed, such as the refrigerating gases, CFC, the mineral oil used, and the electronic components in order for them to send to specialised companies for correct management. Once the dangerous components have been removed, the recovery of recoverable materials is carried out, mainly metals. For that purpose, there are 2 treatment lines in operation, and each handles 35 units per hour. During the crushing process, 4 types of materials will be obtained: magnetic metals, plastics and glass, pellets of polyurethane foam and non-magnetic metals. The electronic equipment will be separated and delivered to a company that is specifically prepared for recycling. Furniture and appliances that cannot be reused will be crushed before being delivered to the public urban waste collection service. In the case of non-reusable scrap tyres, the process consists of crushing them for subsequent energy recovery. MAC Insular's waste management model is based on a circular economy design in order to obtain maximum recovery of the waste with minimum environmental impact. This model is supervised using an exhaustive environmental control program. The University of the Balearic Islands creates reports every 6 months for the Environmental Monitoring Plan, and it guarantees compliance with all the environmental safety regulations. MAC Insular has processed a total of 5 million tonnes of waste since 2006. Of that waste, more than 3 million tonnes came from construction and demolition. In order to get a sense of the magnitude of that waste, in New York, it would be necessary to demolish the Empire State Building 19 times in order to obtain a similar amount of waste. Having processed more than 500,000 household appliances at the company, we would cover the 565-kilometre perimeter of the island of Majorca. Following the philosophy of minimal dumping, more than 2 million tonnes of useful aggregate have been created for new uses in construction, and the rest has been used for landscape restoration in degraded areas such as quarries. During this time, we have recovered more than 67,000 tonnes of metals and recovered energy from waste and scrap tyres, which have created enough energy to supply the needs of a town with 350,000 inhabitants for a year. The integral management of this waste using the most rigorous quality standards and a highly skilled team of staff helps to make Majorca more sustainable and appealing for its citizens and visitors. Breathing new life into waste and turning it into useful resources is the biggest favour that we can do for our environment. Together, we help to improve and preserve our most precious asset, our home, Mallorca. You and Mac Insular, we work as a team.